think for us, remember sort of watching, we caught most of the first half of the Wales game before we had to meet and go, and sort of Italy, obviously it started pretty well. It was quite tight at half time. Team meeting, hopped on the bus, arrived at Murrayfield, and as you walk down the tunnel of Murrayfield, on a couple of the pillars they have TVs, so we were going out to have a look around the pitch, and all of a sudden it went from, it was like 13-12 to it was like 50 or 60, and we're there going, right, so we might need a few more points here.
It was difficult because we gave away a try in the last minute which lost us 7 points. We knew that, I remember thinking initially that 7 points could come back and haunt us. It turned out it didn't, but for about maybe quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, I did think, we got an outside chance here, and there was this kind of quiet excitement in the changing rooms when we spoke after.
So Joe came out and just said, look, we thought we needed 15, it's going to be more like 21 or 22, that's our difference now. Doesn't change our process, just keep going about it.
Outside of our changing room, there was a TV in the stadium, and Ireland quickly went 2 tries up, like 14-0 up or whatever it was, after about 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and it was at that point I realised I think Ireland would be able to put on whatever score they needed just to make sure they could win the championship.
Joe sort of wasn't happy at half time that we'd scored 20 points, but we'd also conceded 10. He said, look, for every point we concede, it's another one we have to score on top of what we already need. Look, we had a couple of big moments, Jamie's try-saving tackle on Stuart Hogg, and it was just one of those days where a lot of the stuff we'd executed and talked through during the week came off for us.
We won, and we kind of looked around at each other and said, wow, that was good to win that game and get a good differential, but wow, is that going to be enough?
Ce jour-là, c'est vrai que ça a été un match très spectaculaire et que le score a vraiment été très gros. C'est surtout les attaques qui ont pris le pas sur les défenses.
Unfortunately, you couldn't watch it as a neutral, but as a rugby supporter, it was an unbelievable game of rugby.
To describe it as torturous has probably been kind to how we felt. It was seesawing, and they were getting closer, and when Jack Noel scored, and then they got the driving line out close, and then the relief when they got the penalty, and the despair when they tapped it.
It's not going to be our day, it's not going to be our day. And then thankfully it was Rory Cockett, I think it was, kicked it off the pitch, and the celebration started to begin. And when you retire and look back, it'll be one of the fondest memories that you have, going out and the SRU keeping so many supporters, allowing them to come back into the stadium to greet us it was unbelievable. The atmosphere there, and with the lights gone black, and we walked out and just seemed like there were people everywhere, and to lift the trophy, and that was amazing.